Nigeria is buzzing with the latest development in what has become one of the most dramatic legal confrontations in recent memory. Abubakar Malami, the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, has finally surrendered himself to the Department of State Services after spending several days inside Kuje Correctional Center in what can only be described as an extraordinary standoff. The video footage capturing this moment shows Malami dressed in traditional attire, walking out of the prison facility and being escorted by DSS operatives, bringing an end to a tense situation that had gripped the nation's attention. This is not your everyday surrender, and the circumstances surrounding it reveal just how complex and politically charged this case has become. Let me break down what led to this point because the story is absolutely riveting. Malami had been ordered to surrender himself to DSS custody, but instead of complying immediately, he chose to remain within the walls of Kuje Prison for days. Now, you might be wondering why a former Attorney General would seek refuge in a correctional facility, and that question is at the heart of this unfolding drama. According to reports, Malami was facing serious allegations and investigations, and his decision to stay at Kuje rather than report to the DSS was interpreted by many as a strategic move, perhaps to draw attention to his case or to negotiate the terms of his detention. The standoff created an unusual situation where authorities had to navigate the delicate balance between enforcing the law and handling a high-profile political figure who once wielded enormous power in the justice system. The Department of State Services had been patient but firm throughout this ordeal, maintaining their position that Malami needed to comply with their invitation for questioning. The former minister's tenure was not without controversy, and several issues from his time in office have come back to haunt him. During his years as Attorney General, Malami was involved in some of the most significant legal and political decisions in Nigeria, from asset recovery cases to constitutional matters that shaped the country's legal landscape. However, with power comes scrutiny, and now he finds himself on the other side of the law enforcement process. The allegations against him, which have been reported in various media outlets, touch on matters of public interest that Nigerians have been demanding accountability for. The public reaction to these developments has been intense and divided. On social media platforms and in everyday conversations, Nigerians are discussing what this means for accountability and the rule of law. Some citizens view this as a victory for justice, arguing that no one, regardless of their former position, should be above the law. They point to the need for transparency in government and insist that all public officials must answer for their actions while in office. On the other hand, Malami's supporters maintain that he is being unfairly targeted and that the investigations are politically motivated attempts to settle scores. This division reflects the broader challenges Nigeria faces in ensuring that justice is not only done, but seen to be done in a manner that transcends political affiliations. Now, if you are enjoying this breakdown and want to stay updated on all the major stories happening across Nigeria and beyond, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our coverage. Your support really helps us bring you these important updates. The legal implications of this case extend far beyond Malami himself. Nigeria has struggled with corruption and accountability for decades, and high-profile cases like this one serve as test cases for the country's institutions. The DSS, EFCC, and other anti-corruption agencies have been under pressure to demonstrate their effectiveness and impartiality in handling cases involving powerful individuals. How they manage the Malami investigation will likely influence public confidence in these institutions and could set precedents for how former government officials are treated when allegations arise against them. The judiciary will also play a crucial role as this case proceeds through the legal system, and Nigerians will be watching closely to see whether justice prevails or whether political considerations overshadow the pursuit of truth. Now, as Malami begins this new chapter in DSS custody, many questions remain unanswered. What exactly are the charges or allegations he is facing? What evidence has been gathered, and how strong is the case against him? Will he be granted bail, and under what conditions? These are the questions on everyone's minds as the story continues to develop. The coming days and weeks will be critical in determining the trajectory of this case and its broader implications for Nigerian politics and governance. What is certain is that this is a story that will continue to generate headlines and spark conversations across the country. What do you think about this development? Should former government officials face stricter accountability measures, or do you believe Malami is being unfairly targeted? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because we really want to hear your perspective on this important issue.